A duck just walked into Mexico's national palace. Not as a joke, not as a publicity stunt. He sat down next to the president of Mexico herself, and he tried to peck her. This is the unbelievable true story of how a street vendor's pet duck became the most famous animal at the entire 2026 FIFA World Cup. Let us break it down. Let us start at the very beginning because this story did not start in a palace. It started on a regular street in Mexico City. His owner, Carla Gomez, is a street merchant who sells beverages in Mexico City, usually accompanied by her son Christian and her duck, FIFA. The duck was originally given to Gomez as a gift by a customer 2 years ago. Fox Sports. The family decided to name him Merlin, after the mythical wizard, because since Merlin came into their lives, there had been many awesome changes in their world. Fox Sports. A simple gift that turned into so much more. For 2 years, Merlin was already a local celebrity, just not a global one. He was a familiar sight at fairs and events in the historic city center, regularly accompanying Gomez as she sold water and soft drinks from her little cart each weekend. ESPN. Along the way, the duck attracted plenty of delighted squeals, affectionate greetings, and eager requests from passers-by for a photo together. ESPN. Merlin had already become locally famous simply for selling bottled water long before the world ever knew his name. Fox Sports. A neighborhood star, about to become a national one. So what actually happened? The spark came from football itself. Merlin's fame was ignited during street celebrations following the co-hosts' 2-0 victory over South Africa in the World Cup opening game. FIFA. As fans gathered to cheer Mexico's goals, the dressed-up duck wandered among the crowds on the capital's busy Reforma Avenue. FIFA. Onlookers recorded the surprising scene on their cell phones, and the footage immediately went viral online. FIFA. A duck in a tiny jersey, walking through a sea of celebrating fans. That was all it took. The internet completely lost its mind. Images of Merlin parading through Mexico City, wearing the national team's jersey and socks, quickly racked up millions of views across social media. ESPN. "We want to see Merlin in the stadium," one fan wrote. "This duck is already a national treasure," declared another. "The best thing about the World Cup so far," said a third. ESPN. From total obscurity to millions of views in a matter of days. Here is something that makes this story even sweeter. There was already an official mascot for this World Cup. Merlin has since overshadowed FIFA's official Mexico mascot, a character named Zeu the Jaguar. Fox Sports, a multi-million-dollar football organization, designed an official mascot, and the internet chose a street vendor's pet duck instead. Now let us get to the moment that made headlines around the entire world. Merlin attended President Claudia Sheinbaum's morning briefing at the National Palace, where he was introduced as an unofficial symbol of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Vavel USA. At the event, Merlin remained calm and composed while seated beside his family, Vavel USA. But calm did not last very long. During the briefing, Merlin reportedly became the star of the event, sitting alongside officials, quacking occasionally, and even attempting to peck the president when she tried to pet him. Vavel USA, a duck, at a presidential press conference, trying to peck the actual president of Mexico. But here is why this moment mattered for reasons that go far beyond comedy. President Sheinbaum explained that the family had been invited because Merlin had become a symbol of the World Cup, and more importantly, a symbol of what Mexican families stand for. Vavel USA. She described Merlin as a small symbol of Mexican culture and how Mexicans are as people. Vavel USA. This was never really about the duck. According to reports, Sheinbaum said the invitation was about more than a viral duck. She wanted people to learn about the Gomez family, their struggles, and their story as a working-class Mexican family. Vavel USA. She called the entire event an issue of humanism and said the government would look for ways to ensure the family's newfound fame could actually help improve their quality of life. Vavel USA. A president using a viral moment to shine a light on an ordinary working family. Let us hear directly from the family themselves. Gomez said she and her family do not like to leave Merlin alone at home. They like him to be with them. "He's our baby," she said, ESPN. She explained that the duck is also an integral part of their family business, jokingly assuming the unofficial title of boss whenever he inspects their work. Fox Sports. "I'm Merlin's mom. I already consider myself as such," Gomez said. "For us, it has been a surprise, truly." FIFA. This family never asked for global fame. They simply lived their normal life, and the world fell in love with them anyway. What I find most touching about this entire story is how grounded the family has remained through all of it. "It was a normal day for us," Gomez said. "We thought we were passing by unnoticed because obviously we never thought Merlin would have that boom." FIFA. "We never imagined it would take off like that, but we're really happy about it," she added. A score. No scandal, no controversy, just a family, their pet, and an entire country falling in love with both. And Merlin's talents apparently do not stop at fashion and charm. Channeling the spirit of the legendary Paul the Octopus, Merlin recently tried his beak at match predictions, choosing Mexico over South Korea when presented with both flags. FIFA. Mexico went on to beat South Korea 1-0 in that very match. FIFA. A psychic duck. With a perfect prediction record. Football fans everywhere should be paying attention. This story has now grown well beyond Mexico's borders. Some businesses have even capitalized on the Merlin craze, with one store as far away as Canada modeling their jerseys on a row of display ducks. Fox Sports. From a street corner in Mexico City to merchandise inspiration thousands of miles away. That is the power of one viral moment captured at exactly the right time. There is something genuinely beautiful about why this story resonated with so many people. In a World Cup filled with massive transfer fees, record-breaking goals, and global superstars earning millions of dollars, the moment that captured hearts the most was a duck in tiny socks, walking beside the family who loves him. That is the complete story of Merlin the duck. From selling water on the streets of Mexico City to sitting beside the President of Mexico herself. Drop a comment right now and tell me, is Merlin the real MVP of this World Cup? Subscribe to this channel for more heartwarming World Cup stories, highlights, and breaking news. This is your World Cup 2026 coverage, and we will see you in the next one.